And let's take we'll take the knees right into the chest. So do a nice pull in of the legs and let your elbows bend to the outside. And just let your head rest back. Now, as the elbows are bending, pull wide, and you can get the outside of your low back pressing down. And then do a tiny rock side to side. And feel each area of your low back pressing against the floor. Let your breathing be full and constant. So in our practice, we do a deliberate exhale and a deliberate inhale at different times. And generally the key is this: if we were doing a leg extension, you would inhale. So take that left leg out, inhale, and then exhale to bend the right knee in. So basically, anytime you're bending or folding inward, you're exhaling generally. And anytime you're opening back, you're inhaling. So just think open, inhale, close, exhale. And then come on right into your right circle. Let the elbows bend to pull the knee in. Let your left leg now actively reach out. Point that toe, point the toes so you get all the way out there. And then come on in the other direction. Nice deep breath. Okay, now just do a gentle rock side to side. And again, you're keeping the elbows bending to pull the knee in. Okay, and now just come into a lift of the chin. Draw the chin in. Keep that left leg actively reaching out, pointing the toes. And then you can take the right foot out, pull it across towards the left shoulder, hug over the leg in lying pigeon, and pull the leg in as you tuck your chin. Come into a super strong stretch in through the hip, in through the buttock, and chin tuck. Take a deep breath in. And then you can exhale to lower, and then do a little rock side to side. Feel each part of your low back come into contact with the floor. And then gently release and take that leg down. Okay, brilliant. Now let your body rest back and then do a little wiggle side to side. Just shift from one butt cheek to the other and see if you can get even wider. So you're doing a turn now, right in through the waist, as long as it feels okay through the low back. You're mushing each side of the low back and buttock down. And then come on right back to your center. And then just do a little tiny shimmy. Rock, 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 rub each side. Stirring the energy at the base of the spine. And then gently release. Okay, stretch the arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips and pull back from the toes. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, reach the heels out, long through the torso, pace your body back. And then exhale and pull that left knee in and tuck it in nice and snug. Point the right toes, get that leg reaching out. Pull the knee in snug to the outside a little, and then come on into circles. The elbows are bending, breathing. Come on in the other direction. And again, just keep that right leg reaching out. Stay with your nice deep breaths. And now you can gently rock side to side. Got, of course, a lovely robin serenading us. And if I keep hearing them, I'll just open the door a bit. Get a little bit of bird action. Keep, again, that knee tucking in really snug. Right leg still reaches out. Good. And then in breath, lift the chin and exhale, pull the knee in. And I wish that you're getting more of a stretch in through this right thigh and also in through your low back on one side. It could be either side. And then you're going to take the right hand, grab the foot, pull the foot towards your shoulder, take over the arm, and tuck a lot to pull the leg in, contracting in through the core to get your lift, and then slowly lower. Gently walk side to side. Again, stay with your breathing. Excellent. And now you can take that left leg in the air and then pull the toes back. Take the right leg in the air, pull the heels to, or send the heels to the ceiling as you pull the toes back. Now, if you have short legs like me and you can grab over your feet, stretch in through the Achilles, or just hold on in the best place and pull the toes, spread them back, and get the heels reaching up. Now take the legs just as wide as your shoulders and pull the feet towards you so you're coming just in line with the shoulders. So it's like we're doing a lying down forward bend and your toes are stretching back and you reach the heels out. Now do just a little pull from side to side, and when you find a tight side, stay there if you do, and just get some more pressure into that side of your low back, pressing it down. So I want you to imagine that, like when I come around and adjust you guys and I press one side of your low back down in child's pose, I'm trying to get that kind of an activation for you. So self-serve adjustment, hoping that can get some pressure. I'm finding my right side is always super tight. And when I get on that side, I can really feel the pressure down in through the low back. Now just get the heels active again as the toes pull back. And then finishing for 2 more breaths to complete the rolls from side to side. And then you can bend the knees, let the heels drop. Now the feet are together, stretch the arms overhead again, get a good reach through the fingers. Now exhale the hands behind the head, tuck the chin, and really stretch in through the low back, press the knees together, breathing in and out through the nose. And also press your feet down into the floor to draw the tailbone down. And just stay with your breath. One more breath. Okay, now actually stay up, please. I want to just get into the low back. So really tuck your chin. So it's like you're making a triple chin, and you pull the top back head of your corner head of the top back part of your head forward, so that the back of your neck is like the opening of a Pez container, and it's spitting out the candy right out of the back of your neck. So you really, really open that area and keep on breathing. The tightened breath from the squeezed trachea will create pressure in the upper back, and you'll get more expansion in between the shoulder blades potentially. And then you slowly lower, but you keep your chin tucked as you do. So you come down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then you release your hands to the side. Now you can gently pull the knees up and tuck them in nice and snug. Come on into knee circles, the knees are kissing, shoulders are back, core is strong, and then other direction. Coming around, here we are, we're massaging in through the areas of the low back again. Other direction again. And one more time. Egg beater around. Good, okay. Now egg beater with the knees a little wider, circle around. The circle will be bigger, about 6 inches. And again, here we are massaging an area of the low back. Come in the other direction. So this is something you can do to help the low back and to hit the different areas. And then you can hug the knees in. And then of course, this is brilliant, doing your rock from side to side. And then if you could please rock to the front. And I say please, if it doesn't feel right, if you don't have the energy yet, don't. But we're gonna rock back and forth, coming onto the back, rolling all the way up, roll back again as you lift, rolling back and lift 2 more, building the momentum to come all the way back up if you haven't made it up yet. And then you're gonna take your feet and take them just to hip width, and then tipping forward into your squat position. Take the arms in front, let your tailbone drop, and let your chin drop as you lengthen through your middle back. Breathing in and out through the nose. And of course, if you need to come into your standing squat for the knees, you're still gonna get the hips coming back. And just do let the knees really stay over the ankles. And then from there, everybody coming into forward bend, step the feet together and take the hands in front of the feet, coming to the fingertips, look up and lift with the eyes, pull up through the bum bones. And then step the feet hip width apart, just come apart. And then fold forward and take your chest in contact with your thighs. Hug on to the backs of the knees. Now the inhale, when you inhale, keep the abdominal wall really pulling in and up as the head dangles. And when you exhale, keep it up as well. So keep pulling in and in and in so that you get that contraction into your low back to help the deeper inner stretch. So this is very much like wearing one of those weight training belts when you're keeping stability in your low back. And that thick band of the abdominal muscle will pull up to support the low back. Okay, now come back into your squat. And if you're coming into your standing squat, or if you can come down, of course, take your time to lower. And in either position, head is falling and you're letting the tailbone drop for 2 more breaths. Staying with your breathing. Breath. Okay, now come on back. Take the hands, lift, come into your forward fold with the hands in front of the body this time and keeping the feet apart. Now we actually come on over to the right side now. So you're gonna walk your hands over to the right, let your head dangle. Keep pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet. And then over to the right, left, tipping over, keep on pulling up through the thighs, and you're pressing down through the fronts and backs of the feet. And then come to the middle. Now let your hands come on to the elbows, let your head dangle. Pull up strongly through the core, the inner thighs are moving up. You're folding forward from the waist, and you just raggedy end down the body. Just let your head dangle. Keep on pulling up from the core. Now you're facing the front of your mat, and you're going to take your hands in front. Once again, come to fingertips, gaze up. So we're opening up through the upper back, and then press down through the hands and step your feet back into your downward dog. Have your feet hip width apart, and of course, pull back, pull up, make your pyramid of the tailbone coming up high. Inner thighs moving back. Now just imagine the heels pressing down and press them as much as you can, right from the base of the big toe down to the heel. Nice deep breath. Okay, good. Now we're going to bend down onto the knees, come up onto the tip toes, and then walk your hands forward. Exhale the child's pose back. Release the weight of the head, palming the mat out there. Get a good stretch. And then you can come back up, coming onto the hands, all fours position. Take an in-breath, lift the eyes, arc, and then you can exhale and rise into your downward dog. And again, pulling the bum bones up as the inner thighs come back. Excellent. And now come up onto the toes and then step the feet forward in between the hands. Come on halfway up, that's one in-breath. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, breathe the arms up, bring the palms together. And then exhale the arms to center. Okay, we'll come into our first sun salute. I'm gonna go in this direction. Taking an in-breath, gaze up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend, reach out with the crown. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, jumper, step the legs back. Come to your left side, side plank, take an in-breath, pardon my backside, lift, open the chest, and then one more in-breath, and reach and extend the arm over, really lift the underside waist. Windmill that arm around, here we go, rotate to the other side. Big, beautiful breath, opening, extra breath. Take that arm in line with the ear, lift the rib cage, and then windmill that arm around. Coming into the knees, walk your knees back today. So we'll do this with a longer waist as you tip and press the pubic bone forward and lower down to the Sphinx. Now you're very welcome to stay with the upper dog, but if you can press down through the elbows, press into the palms, lift the chin, and press the tops of the feet down. One more breath in Sphinx or Upper Dog. And then you can take the hands, press, come back up to all fours position, walk your knees in, tuck your toes under, inhale, lift the eyes, and then exhale and rise into your downward dog. The head falls and you keep on pulling up through the inner thighs. And then just do a wee turn from your head from side to side. Now my wrist is getting tired, it's getting numb, so I'm going to stay on all fours. And always just listening to your shoulder. And then releasing, relax the head. And then we'll come up into the downward dog if you're down on your knees. And then gazing up, come up onto the tips, step the feet forward to the hands, come on halfway up, inhale, exhale, fold. And then inhale, scoop the arms up, lift, press the palms together, shoulders dropped, and exhale to center. And again, inhale, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, jump or step the legs back, coming into your side plank for 2 breaths, opening the chest, and then take the arm in line with the ear, underside waist lifting, and then windmill that arm around. Come on to the other side, rotate, opening the chest and the shoulder, arm way back, and then taking the arm in line with the ear as you reach and extend that arm, and then windmill back. Coming back, come to the knees. Now we are going to come into plank from the elbows. So press the palms down, press the heel back, and then lift the rib cage, pulling up from the rib cage, and keep the bum at the same height as your shoulders. And you keep the inner thighs moving up. Lift the eyes to gaze ahead about a foot to lengthen the spine. Send the inner thighs to the ceiling. Okay, now we're going to touch the right leg out, touch and come back. And left leg out and come back. And right leg, we're going to keep on going. And together, and left leg, and in, and right leg. Keep the breathing steady, and left. Keep the rib cage, keep going. The right rib cage keeps lifting up. Then the left keeps really lifting up when you take the leg out for 4, and breath. Breath, core is strong, 2, reaching that right leg out. Leg as straight as you can, by the way, really reach the heel out. Then you lower down and you deserve your Sphinx. And then you lift through the rib cage and you keep that, oh, could you take the hands off the floor just to feel the elbows pressed down? And you lift the eyes, the chin, not so much. It's pretty much just slightly lifted on an angle. And then you release the chin, walk the knees in, take the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, in breath, arc the back, rise. You go up into your downward dog. I'm going to come into child's pose, and feel free to stay in child's pose and release the forehead to the floor. And just pulling the bum bones back. In your downward dog, keeping the exhale, pulling the abdominals up and tipping the bum bones up to the ceiling. Keep the inner thighs moving back as well. So just imagine I'm doing that adjustment on you where I come and I pull the thighs back from in between so that your bum bones can really tip up to the ceiling. And that's called a dog tilt. And just think of a dog doing a dog stretch where the hips come really high. Now, I just want to show that dog tilt. So as everybody comes into downward dog to come to the front, here is the dog tilt. It's a really big tip up of the bum bones. This is cat round. That's where the tail tucks under. So you really feel the lift of what I like to call your landing gear. High, the bum bones tipping up. And one instructor describes it as shining your anus up towards the moon. So there's that as well. So now you can come right up onto the tips of the feet and then step the feet forward, come halfway up. That's one inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe the arms up, bring the palms together, ribs are in, and then exhale to your center. And again, inhale, gazing up, open through the chest, press the palms. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, extend the legs out, maybe full plank or bend that underside knee if the body's warming up. And then take that arm in line with the ear, beautiful reach. And then you can extend that arm back, rotate to the other side, keep lifting through the underside waist, arm back, and then taking the arm in line with the ear as you reach, and then taking that arm around. Good, we will lower down onto the elbows for the plank. Have your feet hip width apart. Keep the inner thighs moving up towards the ceiling. Touch the right leg out and then coming back. And left leg out and coming back. And right leg coming back. And left coming back. Right, breath, left, breath steady, right, breath. We're going to do 4, out, breath is constant. Last 2, breath, ribs in. Good. Now push the pubic bone down. Come into your Sphinx with the eyes lifting, the chin slightly up on an angle. Keep pressing the tops of the feet down. Press the pubic bone under, and then do a little lift of your hips up, and then press the pubic bone further forward. Lift the eyes, stay with your breathing. And then you can exhale and take the knees right underneath the hips. We're going to stay in all fours position. And I want you to just take the left hand under the nose, and then take the right hand, turn the thumb down, take it on your back, and then turn and look to the right. Let that right elbow come back, then extend the right arm up, opening the chest, push into the left hand. And then you can take that right hand under, thread under and get on the outside of the right shoulder. Then twist the left arm up, opening through the chest and pulling up from the core. Breath. And then you can take that left hand down, lift, come all the way back up. And now pressing the right hand down and then lifting up. Sorry, take that left arm around, turn to your left. Pull the rib cage in as you rotate, and then you can extend that arm up, get a beautiful reach. Lift, and then come on all the way across, coming down, and then bringing that right arm up as you open through the shoulder. Take the arm back as much as you can, and breath. And then you can take that hand down, come on to all four corners, and you're in your lifted position. Now come into the toe tuck, and then inhale, lift the eyes, rise into your downward dog for 5 breaths. Keeping the inner thighs moving back. Keep the bum bones rising to the ceiling, and if you need to come back down onto all fours, please do. And again, the heels reaching down. Breath. Let your head fall. Feel the long line from your tailbone right through to the top of the head. Excellent. Okay, now gazing up, come up onto the tiptoes. Step the feet forward, come on halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, scoop the arms up, lift, press the palms together and keep the rib cage in. And then exhale the hands to center. Good, we're gonna come right into triangle. I'm gonna show you from this angle. We're gonna take the left heel out, turn the left heel out 45 degrees, extend the left arm back, slide to your right, inhale, and then exhale and tip over to the right as you draw that left hip back, sliding down from that left side. Now the hand may be higher up. It just depends on whether you can keep this top left hip back. If it does start to rotate forward, come on higher so you can prop back. And then you can truly get that triangle hip and keeping that top hip pressing back. Pull up from the inner thigh. Legs are strong, back foot anchored. Let's do 2 more breaths in either position. Keeping the chin in, reaching out through the top of the head. And then you can breathe in, lift, come all the way back up. Turn that right heel out, turn the left toes to the front. Keep drawing the rib cage back, open, slide, exhale, tipping, taking that right shoulder back, sliding down as you keep the right hip back. And this side is very tight for me. So as you notice the difference, just do see if you can keep the body opening to the side without rolling forward. Keeping your breathing. Now this top arm technically needs to be coming like this, right to the ceiling, but sometimes it's really helpful to cheat and pull your ribs back, and that helps to get the side waist. So just see if you need to do that little rotation and steer, navigating your hips, and that helps so much to get the side waist. And then you can turn and then slowly come all the way back up. Now we turn back to the front of the mat. You step your right foot over, take your hands onto the low back. Your belly button is squared forward, feet are hip width apart, so about 6 inches. And then you take a lift of the left arm. You can see the stance, whoops, needs to be about that high, that wide. Your stance is a very short stance. It's about one of your leg lengths or shorter. Now then I'll demonstrate. You inhale in your revolved triangle. I know you know this one. And if you're really tight like I am, you might have your hand in front and then turn. If you can take it to the outside of the right hip, you do, and then you turn, press into that, left hand, and you turn and you gaze to your right, and you pull the right waist back, pulling up from that right thigh. And you keep the core strong as you're pulling in and out with the breath. Keep on pulling that right waist back. Breath. Breath. And then you can take that right hand down. Now breathe in, lift, come all the way back up. You super rotate, pinwheel all the way to the other side, left toes facing forward. Take that right hand down again, either on the front of that left foot or on the outside. As you turn and pull your hip back, keep on pulling the left waist back, reaching the fingertip to the ceiling. Keep on pulling back from that left hip. Breath. Breath. Beautiful. And then you can gaze down. Breathe in, lift, come all the way back up. You can turn to face the front of the mat again. Take the hands onto the low back. Shoehorn up the low back as pressing the heels of the hands up, and take a couple of deep breaths. Keep on pulling up from the rib cage, pulling up from the core, keeping the elbows pressing back. Stay with your breathing. Lovely. And now take the left foot behind, interlace through the fingers, take an inhale, gaze up, exhale, and extend out over that right leg. Get the wrists reaching out and over, gazing at that right toe. Back leg strong. Chest pressing into the thigh. Get the wrists reaching out, opening them through the chest. And then you can breathe in, lift, come all the way back as you open through the chest. Now we'll take the left hand behind and then turn the right arm back and keep the right knee facing forward. So your chest is open. You keep that right leg active and you keep the right hand reaching back. Now extend down to the floor, activate the back leg, press into that left hand and turn the torso. Keep your chin in as you're reaching out through the top of the head. Breath. Okay, wonderful. Now you can take the right hand down, take the hands wide, and take the bum up. Step the right leg back, left leg forward, and then lift through the upper body, opening through the chest. Make sure your body is squared. Interlace. Inhale, open the chest, lift, send the wrist back. Exhale and extend over that left leg. Now, if you're finding this is a bit tricky to balance, do this. Take your hands down, step your foot in. You can always turn your heel down. It's a little weird. You'll have to really pull this front hip back to keep squared, but that might help with the balance. Balance is, it's so finicky. And some days if one part of the body is tight, we might lose our center. So be patient with the limbs, you know, keep pressing your back heel back. That will elongate your spine and that might give you more of a center. And keep the wrists reaching out, keeping that back leg strong. Okay, lovely. Inhale, lift, whoops, come up, speaking of which, and open through the chest. And just take that right hand across, turn to your left, and see if you can really pull up from the core. And keep this right angle on your knee. And then you can come down, press into the floor, and turn, and keep this front left knee directed in as you open. As you press that left knee forward, keeping the chest opening. Breath, back leg strong. And then you can take that left hand down. Now we'll take both hands on the inside and then really press that right heel down and back and lift from the rib cage. The back leg is strong, breath is steady. Now you can come down onto that back knee, keep the toes tucked under, and then lifting, come right up onto this knee. Extend through the arms, pull up from the skin, and lift the rib cage, gazing up to the ceiling. Keep the shoulders pressing down. Breath, breath, pull up from the skin. Take the hands behind the head. Press the elbows back with interlaced fingers. Lift the ribs. And now, once again, turn to your left and keep the left knee facing forward. Pull up from the skin of the low belly and keep the tailbone tucked under as you open and lift. Now, one more time, we'll take that right hand down, turn, open the chest, keep that front left knee directed forward, back leg strong, strong, strong. Good, press on the inside of the left foot, arch side. And now take that left hand down on the inside and you're going to change legs. Take the left leg back, both hands together. Step the right leg forward, come into your long lunge with that back left knee reaching out. The left heel is reaching out. The right knee tucked into the body. Lift, extend that leg back, really extend. Breath, breath. Drop down onto the knee, rise. Draw the hands down onto this knee. Open through the chest, lift from the rib cage. Keep your shoulders sliding down as you gaze up. Keep your breathing. Breath is steady. Pulling up, lift, opening the chest. Really rise. Tuck the tailbone under. Breath, breath. And then you can take that left hand down, turn to the right, charge that back left heel back, opening through the chest and the shoulder as you turn and rotate. Breath, breath. And then you can take that right hand down, take the left hand wide, come into your plank as you reach the heels back. Now in this version of the plank, we're going to take the left leg out to the side and then slide it out, or if you're, on a rug, then just kind of hop it up, back, and then coming to the right. Bring that leg out and then back to the center. Left again. And of course you could do this, let me see. Yep, you can do this down on your elbows if it's a little bit too much for the wrists. It won't be quite as hard, but unless you really tuck your bum under, and then it might be a bit tricky to bring the leg out, but you can do it that way. I said to test that out, and you want to keep the legs reaching out now in your center in either position. I'll stay with this version, and keep the heels reaching out and then lower to the floor. Now take the hands right alongside the body. Let your shoulders come forward. Now move the hands down towards the feet and keep pressing the tops of the feet down. Now your shoulders are coming forward as you gaze ahead. And as you press the feet down, you press the pubic bone down, and you might be able to come really high and just see what happens. The in-breath is inflating this airbag, and that is going to give you some expansion up, and then you gently release. Good. And one more time, keep that going. Getting a lift, rise. Keep the eyes facing up. That will help to direct the spine. And then exhaling as you release. Okay, lovely. Now from here, take the hands, so you're interlacing. Move the hands down towards the feet. And then once again, inhale and lift. Coming up, open through the chest. And then you can gently release. One more time, breathe in, lift. And then gently release. Take the hands beside the chest. Exhale, draw right up into your kneeling position, and we'll come right into breath of joy. So you can feel your shoulders back. Get nice and open through the waist, tall. Take the arms to the outside, and we'll go for 3 rounds of 27 pumps with 3 deep breaths in between. Here we go, breathing in. Good, and then 3 regular breaths. Just stay in your seated position while I just do a technical thing. And 2 more regular breaths. Excellent. Okay, now I know who's here. Wonderful. Good, and then we're ready to go. Here we go. Good. And again, breathing in and up. Just let the hands rest. Again, 3 deep breaths. Feeling the rib cage open. Feeling the shoulders drop back. Okay, lovely. Last round. Breathing in. Good. Take a moment and just feel the effects of the breathing. Okay, we're going to take the hands forward and then come into your downward dog. We're going to do some strong work. Take the buttocks up into the air in your downward dog. Now step your right foot forward, and you're coming about 2 inches from your hands. Now pull your right, so your right foot forward, pull your right waist back and extend and reach out over that leg. Now then take your hands forward, lean forward, bend onto that front leg, take your left leg up, and then take that left leg high as you fold forward and pull up strongly through your standing leg. Walk your hands into your foot as you keep that left leg reaching. And then potentially, if you could hold on to the back of that right leg to pull your body down, your chest down to that right leg as you reach your left leg up. You're pulling up through the core on that right side. Now we take the right hand forward, keep your left hand on the floor, and then you're going to take the left hand off the floor unless you need to use the tips of the fingers for balance. So you can take your left leg up, reach that left arm out. If you have balance, I don't feel enough to turn to the left, but you can turn to your left, your body and your eyes looking to the left side. I'm going to stay looking down, keep that left leg reaching up, extend out through that left leg. Breath, legs strong, strong in the core. And then take everything down. Your feet are hip width apart. Now we take the right leg straight up in the air, reach up through that right leg. Take the left hand behind, reach the right leg up, extend as much as you can. Keep on pulling up from that left leg, reaching. And if you lose your balance, excellent. It shows that you're starting to access a deeper muscles to help you. Keep that right leg reaching up, really straighten it as much as you can. Really reach. So be strong here, use the core and do the press of the heel out.
And then you take that left hand forward, potentially taking the right arm up, or stay on the fingertips of that right hand and keep the right leg reaching up. Turn to your right if you can. Get that opening. Breath, breath. Keeping the reach. The more you reach, if you fall down, it's okay, because you're going to get deeper into the core and you'll get deeper into the buttock muscles. And then you come on down and you take that leg down. Now from this position, take the hands forward so you're in a short downward dog. Short downward dog. Take that left leg straight up. Now take the hands in, and once again, with the hands in front though, let your head dangle and reach that left leg up. Straighten it out as much as you can and pull up strongly into the right hip with the right thigh. So you're pulling into that right pocket area. Keep the left leg reaching. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, now we're going to come up, and I want you to take that left leg down for a moment. Come halfway up, so you're doing a standing squat like this. And then you're going to take that left leg up, take the arms behind. Standing leg is slightly bent as you reach the hands back. Your left leg reaches out, shoulders down, and keep the palms reaching out. Keep the left leg pressing out, straight and strong, and then take that left leg down. Bending the knees, take the right leg out, press into the left leg, keep the hands reaching back, shoulders down, press the heel out, keep on pulling up through that left thigh as you reach the right leg back. Leg is strong. Breath, breath, and then come down, and then come onto the knees, and then come back into kneeling position, and we'll tip over to your left side. Take the top right leg across, and you're going to take the underside leg out, and then pull that right heel in as much as you can, and then lift from the rib cage and rotate to your right. Take the arm up as you extend, lift from the waist. See if you can get a tighter hug in through that knee. Get your lift. Keep both of the bum bones pressing down as you rise from the rib cage, opening through the chest. Keep the shoulder back as you extend, and then you can take that arm down. And now we'll take the leg up. You're going to lift, hold on to the foot, pull the knee into the torso, extend the leg up and gazing towards the big toe. Keep your body, you're right at the front of the bum bones, so keep your body lifting from the low back. Good, now you're going to take that foot to the outside. I wonder if you can hold on anywhere. You can hold on to your shin, you can hold on to the big toe, it's being hooked. Take that leg out. If you're able to, you can take the opposite arm up, or you can prop yourself up, lift from the rib cage. Keep this heel tucked into the perineum as you're right at the front of the bum bones. Rise, keep the rib cage lifted, and then you can gently release. Okay, wonderful. Now we'll just take the knees kissed together and then shift over to your other side. Heels are snug. And then take that top left leg across. Get your lift from the rib cage, opening through the chest. Take this right arm low, pull the knee in, lift, extend through this arm as you rotate. Stay with your breathing. Breath. Rise. Get a wonderful lift. Lift. Turning. And then you can come all the way back to your center, grab onto the foot, and again, anywhere you need to grab, pull the leg extending up, stay to the front of the bum, keep that lift. If you need to take this heel out more to get the butt cheek down, that will help you to contact the floor. And keep the shoulders pulling back, gazing towards the big toe. Keep the legs strong. Stay right to the front of the bum as the shoulders come back, the toes draw back. The heel is reaching out, and then we take the leg to the outside, grabbing onto the foot, or you could, again, hold on to the calf. So maybe holding on down here and then pull your shoulder back. That'll get you your lift through the rib cage. And otherwise, you pull your shoulder back this way.
Find your best position and keep the lift from the rib cage as this leg extends out to pull you forward, bow and arrow like, and you stay to the front of the bum bones. Perfectly fine to bend the knee like so, whichever position gives you the tallest lift from the low back. And you're breathing steadily and rocking. And then you can take that foot down, and we're going to come right into cobbler and lie it down so that you can get a little bit more stretch in through the inner thighs. So you can take your shoulder blades under and let your whole body just rest back. And feel your shoulder blades under. Do a tiny rock side to side. And then release the knees by drawing the knees to the ceiling and take your feet apart. Walk your heels in snug. Here we come into our finishing pose of the bridge. Take the hands right to the ankles. Press into the feet and tip your tailbone out and press your shoulder blades back as you're gazing to the ceiling. The head presses back gently. So the chin is open. By pressing the head back, you've got a gap right underneath your neck. So no tucking of the chin. Keep the tailbone reaching out. Stay with your breath. Strong. Really reach. Really reach. And then you can gently lower. Okay, great. Now just let the shoulders come apart. We're going to do that one more time. Take the arms overhead. Press the backs of the arms into the floor. And then in breath, press into the heels and send the tailbone out. Press the back of the head into the floor. Keep pressing on the insides of the feet as you send the knees away. Feel the long spine right from your tailbone, right through to the back of the shoulders. Remembering that the gaze is to the ceiling, so you have that opening in through the back of the neck. Tip the tailbone high. 2 more breaths as you really tip out. Breath. And then you can gently lower. Come on down. Beautiful. Now just take the arms alongside the body. And then we're going to straighten the legs to come right into fish pose today. And we're going to spend a little longer in fish pose. We're going to do it 2 times, and each time for 8 breaths. So you've got your legs straight, take your hands under. And if it is a little bit too much for the neck, I'm just thinking of some of you, then what you can do is this. You could press into the elbows and come onto the back of the head, as opposed to coming towards the top back of the head or the top of the head. So do feel for the best position. Again, here is the modified version, coming onto the back of the head. You'll still get that lovely opening in through the front of the shoulders. That's approximately 4 breaths. We'll go for 4 more breaths in the position. 3 more breaths. Keep the chest open as you're pressing down strongly into the elbows. Keep your breathing constant. And breath. And breath. 1 more breath. And then with all the weight in the elbows, gently lower the head, tuck your chin back in, take the arms out. Let your body settle for a moment. And then take the hands behind the head, interlace, tuck your chin, lift, and get that nice counter stretch. And then you can slowly lower. Okay, lovely, here we go. Take the hands under. And I trust you're probably feeling a bit energized from the first one. So it's almost like in the second fish, you can go a little fuller. So pointing the toes, press into the elbows, open through the chest. Keep the legs active as you're pulling down.
As you're letting the weight press into the elbows and as you lift, stay with your breathing. Breath. Good, we've got 4 more breaths. Of course, feel free to come down by pressing the weight into the elbows and then tucking the chin. Keeping the legs active to draw the tailbone down. 2 more breaths. Now, with all the weight in the elbows, you slowly lower. Release the arms to the outside. Let your shoulders just come apart. And then let your head gently roll from side to side. Great. And then relax the head. Next position, bend the knees and take the feet to the outside edge of the mat. Now take your arms up on a diagonal, making a V and reaching. Bend both knees over to your left. Let's come into the IT band stretch. And then you may wish to take that left ankle above the right knee. Tether that right knee down, keep the right shoulder dropping back. Get a really good press under of your right shoulder blade so the ribs go under. And you reach the right hand out. Stretch the fingers. Deep, deep breath. Tip, tip. Use that left ankle to pull down. Beautiful. And then you can uncross. Breathe in. Come on over. Press over to the right. Press that top left knee away. Take the right ankle above if that works for you. Keep that left arm reaching out. Keep that left knee reaching out. Getting that left shoulder blade under. Breath. Breath. Beautiful. Okay, come on back up. Uncross that leg. And then just really sweetly draw the knees in super close together or wide for your final low back stretch. Notice if it feels better to pull the knees apart or together. I'd love for you to start to really tune into your low back. When you open the knees, you might feel better, or it might create compression or pressure in your sacrum. So we need to just get familiar with that. What works better? And then in either position, gently rock. Now you can roll over to your right side and we'll draw right up to seated position. Now, if you need to get your sweater or your blanket, this is going to be our version of Shavasana today. So in pranayama practice, we're going to do today a specific technique called alternate nostril breathing. And I did this with a group that was experiencing a lot of turmoil on Monday night. It's a wonderful way to help to bring the balance out the hemispheres. And I know most of you have done it with me before. So you don't have to be all pretty. You can be sitting on your bolster. You can be sitting however you can have your tallest spine to do our finishing breathing. Now we take the right hand and we take the right ring finger and close the left nostril. And we breathe in through the right. Then you close the right nostril. You let the breath stay inside and swirl around for 2 and 1. Then exhale through the left. Breathe in through the left. Let the breath stay inside and swirl 3, 2, 1. And exhale right. I'm taking you right into the technique. Breathe in through the right. Close the right. And exhale left. Breathe in through the left.
Close the left. And exhale right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right. And exhale left. A little longer retention of the breath now. Breathe in through the left. Let the breath swirl around inside for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. Breathe in through the right. Make sure you're comfortable. If you need to adjust your spine, please do. Close the right. Keep the spine tall. And exhale left. Breathe in through your left. Close the left. Breath swirls around inside, so no sense of a pressure, not holding in. And exhale right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right. And exhale left. Feel how you feel. Feel how you're containing the energy when the breath stays inside. Breathe in through the left. Close the left. And exhale right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right. And exhale left. We finish here. And then keeping your peace, keep yourself slowly contained and draw yourself down onto Shavasana, onto your Shavasana pose, and release your body right into the mat. And just do any little wiggling you need to do to get your body to soften and to get more in contact with the mat, and let go as I leave you in silence. You can now gently take in a deeper breath. Completely exhale. And then take your hands to the ceiling. Let's just do some wrist circles. Coming around and other direction. And then shake them out. Beautiful. Release. Now bend over to your left. Draw up to seated position. And we'll just come on into a moment and sitting upright to feel the effects of the pranayama practice and of your yoga. And we'll bring our hands together and bow in namaste. Namaste. Lovely. Have a fantastic day, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning or tonight at 6:45 or this afternoon at 1:30 for the restorative. Tonight is the Ashtanga version. If you know, the Ashtanga has really, how can I say, mellowed, because I'm older. No, because I like to spend more time in a lot of the poses to open up the hips and the low back. So feel free to join and, you know, just participate in what works. And because the last few weeks Nita's been here, and I'm really building on deepening some poses. So it's kind of fun. We can get a bit workshoppy. So if you want to join us tonight at 6:45 for that, that would be wonderful. And have a great day, you guys.